So right now we have this blurb, and if we wanted to have, let's say, 3 of these, we will come over here and create 3 columns. And then we'll duplicate this a few times like that, drag it over here, add it into that one, drag it over here and add it into the third one. Now, if we wanted to continue on and add more of these, well, it doesn't really work because we don't have a continuation here of all these columns so that we can have 6 of them. So the only way to do this is to come over here and duplicate this, and you can see now that we now have 2 rows to achieve this. But with the SiteKrafter framework, we can actually achieve this in a much better way. So let's go ahead and reset this by coming over here, and we're going to go to a single column, and we're going to delete these so you can see what is happening. So if I come over here, you can see we have 1 single column just by looking at this one. So to achieve this, what you would do is you would head over to this particular column here. You go to advanced, and then you go to CSS ID and classes. So the first thing you want to do here is to define this as a grid like that. And then I'm going to say grid auto. So I'm going to say grid dash auto. So what has happened now is I can now go in and duplicate this, and you're going to notice now that now they're side by side, equal in size. Okay, look at that. Now I can continue on, and now I also have another row of all these in my design, and this is using grid auto. Now I'm able to achieve this because I am using what is known as SiteKrafter Divi 5 framework. So our framework allows us to add all our items in here using so many variables. So as you can see here, if I duplicate this, it's continuing on, but I can also do something even more specific here. Let's say I want to be even more specific, and I want, let's say, a grid of 4 columns. I can just take this auto off, and then I can say calls dash 4. And now I have 4 equal columns. Look at that. So if I add another one like that, I now have all these in place. Now you may be thinking, is this responsive? Well, it is responsive out of the box. If I go over here to tablet, you can see straight away that it's changed. And if I go to now to this one here, they get smaller, but pretty much, they are responsive. So with these columns, you can change this to 3 if you wanted to, or even 2 like that. You can go to 5, you can go 6. So it just depends how many columns you want to have. So I'm going to set this to 4, and let's take a look now and see what happens when you go to tablet. So you can see here that it is working. But if I save this and do a quick preview, we may see a totally different thing here. They may switch to 2. Okay, so they go to 4 to 1. But as you can see, they're all mobile friendly, and this was achieved by using our grid in Site 5 framework. So go ahead, check it out. The link to that is in the video description below.